Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is time for just a word from the Word. Our passage this morning comes from the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verses 27 and 28, and I'm reading from the English Standard Version this morning. Here's what it says. Daniel answered the king and said, "No wise men, enchanters, magicians, or astrologers can show to the king the mystery that the king has asked." I love verse 28. But there is a God in heaven who reveals mysteries, and he has made known to King Nebuchadnezzar what will be in the latter days. Your dream and the visions of your head as you lay in bed are these. King Nebuchadnezzar, according to Daniel chapter 2, is in his second year of reigning over Babylon, and he has a dream. And the text indicates he possibly had this dream multiple times, so much so that it agitated him to the point where he needed to have it interpreted. Now, as you read through Daniel chapter 2, you'll find that he calls his wise men, the King James calls them Chaldeans, and asks them not only to interpret the dream, but to reveal what the dream is and then interpret it. Well, the Chaldeans declare there's no way that that can be done. Now, if you tell us the dream, we can help you. King gets mad. He declares that all the wise men in the kingdom are going to be killed, torn apart, broken in pieces, their houses destroyed. Pretty nasty stuff, what King Nebuchadnezzar is really declaring. But when his chamberlain goes out, his henchman, really, I guess I should say, goes out to gather in all of the wise men, Daniel and his friends are like, wait a minute, what's going on? And so the henchman gives Daniel a heads up. Daniel and his three friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, pray, and God shows Daniel the dream and gives Daniel the interpretation. When Daniel comes before Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel recognizes that men could not reveal what was going on to King Nebuchadnezzar. And then he says this wonderful phrase, but there is a God in heaven. Daniel was telling Nebuchadnezzar, stop depending upon the wisdom of man and look to the one and true holy God who rules and reigns over it all. In fact, that ends up being the interpretation of the dream. Though King Nebuchadnezzar had a kingdom of gold, though Media Persia would come as a kingdom of brass, though Greece would come, or as silver, though Greece would come as a kingdom of brass, and Rome would come as a kingdom of iron, yet there would be a stone hewn out of the mountain, hewn without hands, that would destroy it all, and that a mountain would actually come forth and rule and reign. Daniel was telling Nebuchadnezzar, before he even interpreted the dream, the interpretation thereof. He was saying, King, you might be ruling, but there is a God in heaven that is greater, bigger, stronger than you, and you need to look to him. This morning's just a word from the Word is that very thing. Especially in the United States midterm elections coming up, perhaps some of you have already voted. If you are looking to a man to solve your issues, you are looking in the wrong place. While men have wisdom, not denying that, Daniel did not deny that. While men have abilities, not denying that, Daniel didn't deny that. The one who gives the ability is really the one that we should be looking for and we should be looking to. My job this morning on this little just a word from the Word is to point you to the source. to point you to the one who really does rule and reign. Whether you're Republican or Democratic or Libertarian or Communist or Socialist or whatever label you may put upon yourself as far as politics here in the United States, whatever you declare yourself to be politically, if you are called by the name of Jesus, you belong to a kingdom that is higher than the politics of the United States. Look to Jesus for the answers. He's the only one that reveals the answers that need to be revealed. Look to the God of heaven. Stop looking around. Stop trying to figure it out on your own. There is a God in heaven, and he longs to meet you at your point of desire today. Look to him. This has been just a word from the Word. God bless you. Have a beautiful day, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning.